This is Rhonda Kitchens at Argosy University Tampa Library. This is going to show you two ways to find a Seminal article. There's actually quite a few, but these two ways may be the most useful if you're at the beginning of your research. First of all, make sure you sign into the Campus Commons and come to Library Resources. Just to see that they're there. You might be able to use these here, use this or this to find some of the full text, but mostly I just want this to be here so you know that you're signed in and ready to roll, because what you're actually going to use is Google Scholar. I'm going to put, sorry, I'm going to share all this typing fun with you guys. You're going to go to Google Scholar and you're going to do the following thing. Keep in mind you're already signed in. You're going to go here to Settings. You're going to go to Library Links, type in Argosy. When you hit Argosy, you'll get these three. Click, 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 and save. Now your Google Scholar setting is saved so that you can find things that are actually full text. I'm going to type in addiction, counseling. Suppose you're looking for a Seminal article on this topic. You're going to type in your topic, come here to the custom range. You're going to put here 1950 to 1998. A Seminal article is actually a classic article. If you've done a lot of research, you probably already know what it is on the topic because you've seen it so many times in the references and the literature reviews of the articles you're using. But if you're still new to it, you may not have seen it yet or know what it looks like. Google Scholar is a great way to find it because you can see how many times something has been cited. Having something cited 66 times since 1995 isn't really a big call. And you'll see here, this is 206, this is 212, and these are a lot closer. I would start looking at some of these to see if they might have some use. But you'll see that's kind of a broad topic, and you might be able to find something that else that's been cited more times if you narrow it down. This talks about alcoholism, some other things are tobacco smoking, and you might want to use those search terms as well. If you'll see to the right, you'll see Find It at Argosy, which means you can actually review it. I'm going to hit next to see if there's some other things for us to look at. This was published in 1983, cited 1,036 times. This might actually be useful. So take a look at that and see if that might also go into other places. If you see something that does this, you could actually look at those 1,036 articles. They may also be helpful to you. I'm going to also try, let's go into some business, supply chain management. I'm going to stick with the 1950 to 1998. You'll see this one has been cited 3,985 times. You can also find it in Argosy, and it seems to be out there in a PDF in another format. This has been citing 1,580 since 1998, so you'll start when you go through these, be able to kind of see where they might fit on the chain. Not all topics are going to have 3,000. If you're working in science, it might have 10,000 or more. So kind of get a feel for it by going through a few pages and seeing if something might in fact be a Seminal article or classic article on your topic. Now, there's another way you can do it that also uses Google, but just plain Google. You can actually use Seminal article. Sorry about that. I used a comma there. This is just plain Google. You could put in Seminal article, put it in a phrase so it searches as a phrase, and then type in your topic. Let's suppose you'll see down here someone was looking for human trafficking, and what you'll find a lot of time, you'll see people writing about it, saying the Seminal work by. This gives you an idea. This was actually from 1920, so when you read this article, you can find out what it is, and you can go to Google Scholar, set to full text, put the title in to see if you have it at Argosy, or if you can't find it, you can ask your librarian to locate it. But oftentimes, you'll talk about this, his Seminal work, Experiencing God, Henry Blackaby, and you can see from the references probably what the title is and other information. Similar works on the topic include, so often you can find people who've written articles in their literature reviews referring to it as a Seminal work so that you know that you already have one that's been identified through research. And those are the different ways you can find a Seminal article. If you have any questions, please ask your librarian because the library wants to be fuel for your journey.